Hello everyone, this is Eric from Country Living Experience. Many of you have left us very kind comments and have been very supportive of us. Some of you have asked us, what the heck are you doing? In this video I am going to try to explain our mindset, our journey, our process. I did a little bit in the welcome video, but this one is a little more direct. So let me just to start off, I don't know if I can get out the entire life story in just a few minutes for this video. I want to keep it short and concise, but we'll try it anyway. Here it goes. So a few years back, probably 8 years ago now? Wow, that is a long time. I married my beautiful wife. I brought her to the United States and she legally immigrated here, and we started two fantastic careers. I was in the midst of mine and I had just gotten laid off, which was devastating because I really worked at a fantastic firm. I enjoyed it, and there were some great people there. So through that experience, we had some ups and downs, and we eventually both landed jobs about 2 weeks apart from one another. So I was working in the architecture profession, and she is a nurse, and we lived in Washington, D.C. So this was a nice place to live, and we enjoyed it for quite a while, but it did start to wear on us a bit. After a few years working at the second firm that I worked at, I again got laid off. The architecture profession is very, very volatile, and it's either feast or famine, I've found out. Living in a city as expensive as Washington, D.C., it was going to be very difficult for us to get by on just one. So I started doing some freelance work, and that helped out a bit, but we really wanted to have a family and have a baby. We were looking for a larger apartment. Our small condo that we had purchased was incredibly tiny, as those of you who live in the city know, and those of you who visited us while we were there. We started exploring all of our options. Our options led us to explore travel nursing for her, which is lucrative. And since I wasn't tied down to any firm anymore, I didn't have a job and I was just freelancing, we decided to leave Washington, D.C. and a lot of wonderful friends there. We landed in Texas, which was actually high on our list of places to come because of the stable economy. And at this time, we were looking for a place that was going to be have a lower cost of living, have a more stable job outlook and economy. And Texas was at the top of the list. We landed in Houston. Long story short, we already had family in Houston, and which was fantastic. We've met a lot of nice, great friends in Houston, and we set off by exploring if we were supposed to stay there or not, and that took us a little while. When we decided to fully commit to Houston, and we put down some roots. We had our daughter, and I went back and found a fantastic firm doing residential architecture. And my wife found a phenomenal job at a local hospital, the largest health system in Houston. We both had budding careers. I had talked to my owner and the minority partner about a partnership in a time frame of 5 years. My wife got several promotions and was moving up the ladder quite quickly. But we felt that something was not right. Our daughter now was in, I guess you could say, daycare. A friend of a friend was watching her. And this friend of a friend, a fantastic, nice family, but they had several kids they watched, and we didn't know what was going on during the day over there. We did this for about 2 years. And we really felt like seeing each other for an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, waking up at 5:30 in the morning to fight an hour and a half of traffic for me, less for my wife. So round trip for me on a good day is 2 hours of driving. Round trip for me on a bad day was 3 hours of driving. My wife was an hour and a half plus. Racing around when we got home to do the things that you do for a family. Get your child ready for bed, teach them a little, cook dinner. That's about it. Having to hire somebody to clean our own house, to mow our own lawn. I did that myself mostly, but waiting till every Sunday or trying to do it before the sun went down during the weekday was taxing at best. Keeping your own house clean was taxing at best, so you hire other people to do it. That's fine, you're creating other jobs for other people, but you are not spending time with your own family. Seeing what your daughter learned. Having a short conversation with your wife or your husband before you crash onto the bed and do it all again the next day. What's the point? Really, what's the point? To have a career you can brag about or money in your pocket? Yeah, sure, we made money. That was fun. Yeah, sure. Our careers were climbing up the ladder quickly. That's great. Is it the meaning to life? No. Were we working to live? Or were we living to work? That's always the question. So we got really serious about trying to free ourselves from that. And free ourselves to enjoy each other, to enjoy nature, to learn more for us, which was important, learn more about God and study more of the Bible, to do missionary work, to do visit family overseas. It's always difficult. You come down to 2 weeks a year, and you run around like a chicken with your head cut off in those 2 weeks. And then you can come back to it again for almost another year. That is insane. So are you in your career where you can have 4 weeks? That's still insane. Do you spend 30 minutes with your family during the day? Maybe you're a stay-at-home parent, which is better. You don't see your spouse. Anyway, when your kids are young and they're not in school, it's really not ideal the way our lifestyle was. So we decided to change it. Moving forward, we said, how can we change it and still make money? Because you still need money to live. You don't need as much as you think, but you still need it, unfortunately. What are the things that you do? You pay off your debt. You find alternative means of income. You spend less. Those are the things you do. So we started to spend less. We started to pay off debt. You can see our other video on paying off our debt, how we did it, or are almost very close to doing it. You search for ways of alternative methods of income, and we've done that. And it's bringing in a little, but it's like building a business, right? It is really building a business. And we have about 7 methods that we are currently working on to try and generate income, and are generating some income. Has it replaced our old income yet? No. But are we free to do what we want? Yeah. Are we free to spend time with our family when we need to? Yeah. Can we work on it in the evening? Not worry about it in the morning? Sure. Not get up at the crack of dawn or before it? Yeah. Was the city crazy? Yes. Was living in suburbia crazy? Yeah. was escaping to a park while we were living in the city. A time of a respite, yes, but the city surrounded us, and that wasn't for us anymore. Suburbia, where we were trapped in our car for most of the time of our lives, yeah. Sleeping or trapped in your car or working at the office, right? Not fun. Maybe for some people it's fun. For us, we needed to change our lives. That's not what we wanted to do anymore. We wanted to spend time with one another and to help other people. Simple as that. So we decided to get away from it all. Does it take faith? Yes. Does it take a little bit of money? Yeah. We started by saving. Paying off debt, saving, spending less. Paid off our cars, paid off our credit cards, paid off most of the student loan. We're in the process of selling our home. We will make money from our home. You can see one of my other videos on that. That's been a trying experience, but it builds character, it builds faith. What are we doing now? I am taking care of my daughter every day. I'm a stay-at-home dad as well as an entrepreneur, and sit here and work when she's asleep, and when she goes to bed at night, I sit here and work. Do I get to spend all day with her? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I can take her wherever I want to take her. So we are looking to be more self-sufficient and not rely on the grocery store for our food. As you probably know, we had a tiny little garden at our house in Houston, and it was fulfilling working on it. It was fulfilling seeing our daughter pull a carrot out of the ground, wash it off and eat it right there, and see a huge smile on her face. It was fulfilling growing just the tiniest little bit of food for our family. Oh man, I had done it when I was a kid. My dad took us to the countryside and we grew a lot of our own food. I hated it. I didn't appreciate it at the time, and now I realize how much I miss it, how much I loved it. The hustle and bustle of the city, we went from sitting in traffic for me for potentially 3 hours a day to none for me, and a total of 20 minutes for my wife as she drives to the local hospital. She's still working, and we're working on that, but at this time she's working, and she's doing nursing still, and I do freelance architectural design work for people, and I do a myriad of other things, and that's been incredibly fun working for myself. Where am I going with all this? You can do it too. You can leave it all behind. It takes faith, it takes guts, sure, but once you do it, you're going to sigh, a big sigh of relief. I smile more now. I have a lot less stress. Although our jobs were fantastic. We had some great bosses, good people we worked with, fun clients. I designed some gorgeous houses, and I don't regret a minute of that, but it was time to change. And this is where we are now, and we will take you along on the journey with us, from building our house, from finding land, which is a challenge in itself, but it's fun. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below or private message me. But this is a fun journey, and I'm glad you're all going along with us. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. Subscribe to our channel if you want to follow that journey with us. We appreciate it. Bye.
Thanks for watching the video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, please click on the video on the right hand side of your screen. We show you how to install a PEX tubing and manifold system for our plumbing system for our house. Enjoy. Thank you.